Welcome to Reality and Chill with Nishi and
Kenny.
Hi. It's so good to be back and recording again.
I know. We're getting our legs.
I
I'm
know.
excited to chat about Potomac. Both of us. I can't believe we're season 10 in. Can you?
Are we?
Yeah. So, because I remember when it first came out, like it was one of
Right.
those, it's one that I've been able to watch from the very beginning because I kind of came in, I don't know, it must have been a few seasons in to New York City when I started. So,
Right.
in this 8 or 9 anyway, we're episode 10, and I love that I've been here from the very first season. It's
I
a good
know.
one.
No, it's good. It's
Season
one of
10.
the good ones, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So they have a couple of newbies this season as well, and I'm actually excited to break down some of the newbies. Where do we start, Kendall?
Well, let's start with the newbies. I think that's great. I mean, what episode are we in now?
Oh
Is it
gosh, I
7?
I didn't document it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
probably
right.
7. We're kind of halfway, something.
We're halfway to
Almost.
yeah, so I mean, for me, I've kind of tried to just catch up with it when I came back. So I binged it, and there was bits I'd missed, and so I've tried to watch it. But yeah, I mean, I love Tia, like as a new addition. She's so solid. I love her accent.
Yeah.
I love just how mature, like she's not a drama queen. She's super cool.
Right.
So Giselle has brought her in, and then
Mhm.
I've taken some notes. So I didn't realize Kay and Angel have been friends for 20 years.
They have
And yeah, so Kay bringing in Angel.
Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I totally agree with you on Tia. Tia's actually probably my fave at the moment. She's so fun, so witty, and that, like, English banter, like the wittiness, is just gold. It's actually really refreshing. I love it. And she's so mature.
Lightheartedness. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lightheartedness, like, just you know what I find? It's like even with LVP, she's, that English banter. They're so good in their, like, confessionals and interviews. They're just hilarious.
Yeah, they are. They're the
The
best.
They're
Yeah.
the best, and you know what? She is very mature, and I like that she can address the drama, but she keeps it moving. She's like, you know what I mean? Which I really like about her, and just to segue to Angel, the other newbie, I feel like yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of her just yet, and I feel like she's kind of got her training wheels on as a housewife because she doesn't keep things moving like Tia does. Like Tia's just kind of got that naturally, just like, yep, let's address it, let's move on. Whereas Angel is really sort of struggling to get into the groove of things, don't you think?
Tia is born for this, right?
Yeah,
So she's just a natural. She's such a good match. And I feel for Angel because she's still breastfeeding, right, at the
well,
moment. So
yeah,
hormonal. Could you imagine
right,
like joining a
right.
franchise, like
Oh,
particularly
absolutely.
Potomac or Atlanta, like when you're already a bit vulnerable, up and down, like it goes so quick. The girls don't, like they just nail it constantly. So yeah, you
Absolutely.
need to be lighthearted and you need to be quick on your feet. So
Mhm.
I feel for Angel because, yeah, I just think that that's a tough position to be coming in at. But I really like the relationship with her husband, even though she goes on about him a bit too much. But just in general, you can see she's like a cool chick. She's just finding her feet.
She is finding her feet, and I question you make a good point around her still breastfeeding and being hormonal. It's there's already so much going on in your body and your home and, like, getting into the groove of it. That's why I was like, far out, for her to start this brand new, it's probably it's extremely overwhelming. She's not necessarily probably herself. And that's why I'm like, maybe it's just not the right time for her. Let's see how she goes in the whole season. But I'm sort of questioning whether it's the right time for her to start something like this. It just might be a little bit too much for her.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's kind of edgy. And honestly, I'm not into the way she hasn't supported Kay given a 20-year friendship. Like,
Mm.
I don't know. She's not coming across always as a girl's girl. So,
Um,
yeah. Yeah, we can get stuck into that. Like, shall we start there? Like
yeah,
with
let's go. Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of yeah, what were your thoughts? I'm still trying to, like, understand because of the different episodes previously that I've kind of dropped in and out of,
I know,
but
yeah.
it's kind of my understanding is it's due to the Wendy and Kay, and then she
Well,
wasn't
yeah.
supported by Angel? Like, what yeah, how
She
did you
wasn't
read that?
supported. Okay, so, I mean, there's a couple of elements. I think Kay has come into this season really having a problem with Wendy, right?
Mm.
Um, she thinks that Wendy's standoffish and whatnot, and then she seems to bring in other things, like when they were at some sort of a function, and then Wendy was speaking, and then Wendy didn't acknowledge Kay.
100% true. There's no doubt about it. That is
Right.
Wendy, right, 100%. No, and I agree. I like that Kay is called that out, and I think that's fair. Like, I think and that was in the early episodes. I definitely caught that, and it's like, okay, so I get that part,
Yeah.
and so then why yeah,
And
carry
then
on.
then there's also the element of Angel went to uni or college with Wendy, Wendy being a couple of years older, and then they have some sort of history. And now I just feel like Kay just has a problem with Wendy and now is making her friend not like her as well. I don't know. I can't it
But
feels a
then Kay and Angel seem to have a bit of a thing this episode. Have I read that completely wrong?
yeah, yeah. So so Kay Kay is upset with Angel because she's not because Angel's not sort of supporting her. Wasn't that it?
Well, and that's kind of what I read. So do you think
Mm.
that's valid or not?
Um so now I've lost my train of thought cuz
No, no, that's fine. I'll tell you what I think first and then sort of drop in because that was my intuitive. I'm like, is there something I'm missing here? But the way I saw it is Kay's disappointed in Angel. Angel hasn't been backing her up. And there was some type of chin where
the chin
Kay
check,
had said, what was it again? The chin.
the whole chin
Love
check.
these women. Chin check,
Ugh,
right? So, and apparently that's an aggressive term. But to me, it's kind of like you being claimed for and saying, no, that's a bit of a chin check on my mate. I'm going to bring her in line. Like she can't be saying those things.
yeah.
And then for whatever reason, Angel's taken, like, offensive to that, like, "Oh, nobody chin checks me," right? That was,
Yeah.
like, earlier on, and I don't know, there's some type of tussle going on in that friendship, but I stand with Kay, who's this is a 20-year friendship, you've come into the franchise, like, you should be supporting your friend.
You back your
Yeah,
girl
that's
up
my
type thing.
yeah, that's my stance on it.
Yeah, I think I hear what you're saying, and I think, she because the chin check thing happened because she just, yeah, didn't back her up, right? So I've complete because 'cause we're coming in halfway through the season,
I
it's so
know.
hard to
We're
remember.
finding our legs. It's kind
We're
of fun. Like, I like that we forgive ourselves so quickly and just keep it moving. It's like we're
we're
done. Like, it's
we're
so cool. Because
we're just
Potomac, I was like, it's taken me a while to really like I say, this is why I love Salt Lake City. We've got new cast members. It takes a little bit more to really understand what's the dynamics here. You've got to really think. I had to take notes and stuff. It's like,
the
can't
groove,
wing
I
this one
know.
like Salt Lake.
Look, I think I agree with you that Angel should have Kay's back.
Yeah.
Um, I think though there needs to be a little bit of room for Angel to find her feet and build relationships. I think Kay seems to be getting a little bit not jealous, but like protective. And I feel like
Codependent? Yeah.
codependent, and also she wants some sort of blind loyalty as well, I think. She's like, "Hold on, you have to not like who I don't like." And if she steps out
Right.
of line a little I feel like if she steps out of line a little bit, Kay's not cool with that. And maybe she values loyalty. You know, some people just value loyalty and that's their number
Blind
1.
loyalty.
Yeah, that's their number 1 thing. I get it. There's history. It's always hard when you have a cast member that has a lot of history as like a bestie, you know, that
Yeah.
comes in because we saw it with Atlanta, Portia and, her besties come on, and
I
now after how
know.
long, it's
It's
really
just
sad to see
it's
the
so sad. It does it bring out maybe some of the realities of that friendship that sort of could go under the radar, whether it be codependence, like, you need your own sovereignty, I agree with that. Loyalty is important, but you also need to be an independent human
right.
of you know what I mean, and make your own
Yeah,
decisions and everything with respect. So, yeah, maybe it's sort of bringing to the surface things that were already shaky in terms of equality within that friendship.
exactly. This sort of environment does that, doesn't it? First of all, you got cameras
It
everywhere.
does.
You've got a whole bunch of really strong women, you know, different
Yeah.
dynamics. And yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out because I mean, the whole group have already seen that it was very confusing when that night when, you know, Angel seemed to get along with everyone, you know, she swept everything under the not swept, she addressed the situation with Giselle. I thought that was a very clever way of, having a laugh about it, like, "Yeah, I'm angry at you, Giselle, because you catfished me." I feel like
Yeah.
that's the way you deal with things on Housewives, you know what I mean? Like, you have a laugh about it, you call them out, and then you move on, and they all went to bed thinking, "Okay, we're all friends, she's hugging everyone, great." And then she went to speak to Kate, and it looks like, I don't know if this is the producers doing it or what it is, whether it is that she actually went to speak to Kate and then she's all of a sudden woken up really angry with Giselle again and upset. I don't know. What were your thoughts on that?
I I actually think some people take a little bit more time to process, and
Yeah,
I
okay.
think it was like, "Okay, I'm vocalizing it now, so I feel good at the time," and then she's actually feeling the feelings, like
Later. Mhm.
yeah, and so that was her being really honest about her feelings. You could see her crying and stuff. And then it's like, oh, but people were meant to feel a certain way at certain time frames. I felt like, no, that's not fair. Like it's only been a
Yeah.
couple of days. She's just called it out. And sure, it's like the next day she slept on it and she's actually feeling really hurt about it. I think a couple of things. One, I think it's fine that Giselle called out that, hey, like it's not matching. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of I don't know why that's such a big deal, like and like, I really like how Tia sort of acknowledged that, "Look, I'd want a friend to tell me as well," and then
Yeah.
Jessie dropped in and said, "Well, da, 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 da." But yeah, so I think Giselle, we know she's a bit of a messy boots. We know that
Right.
she she can be quite messy, but I would probably say it like, is it worse to say it behind somebody's back? Because 'Cause they're all saying it behind her back anyway, and it was completely different. Like, her nose is a different shape. Like, it's not like a little bit like of a filter.
Mm,
I can understand if you wanna look thinner, right? Like, we all get
yeah,
that, you
absolutely,
and she's obviously just had babies, that makes sense, but, like, her bone structure in her face was different. I don't even know if in an ID check that would pass, right? Like,
yeah.
if it would so that
Fair,
like, it's
fair.
absolutely
Yeah.
like, so I see that, but then also I can see why then when she's talking to her husband's gone into that protective mode, like
Yeah.
da da da, and she's had those conversations, and now she's feeling the real hurt of it, which I think is she's just hurt and embarrassed.
Yeah.
And now the timing of it and stuff, like I say, when her mum's nursing and in front of people and the cat,
Yeah.
like Giselle, that's a little bit like, you're playing with somebody's kind of identity in
Yeah.
real time. Like, there's a nicer way to do that as a friend. So Giselle, not cool, but I
Yeah.
get that everybody's saying it anyway. And then I think her feelings and what she's working through right now, Angel, makes perfect sense to me. Like, it makes perfect sense that you can sort of be strong at the time and then feel those feelings. She's
Okay.
been given that space to feel them, but now she needs to get over it. Like, once you felt your feelings, now
Right.
move on. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I think you make a really good point. And you're right, some people do take a little bit longer to process things. So now that at least she stood up and said what she felt to Giselle, I think that's good. And then
Yeah.
Giselle actually felt really bad, I think. She can be
Yeah, I think so
messy, but
too.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right. And also I feel like Angel was probably a little bit more or a lot more sensitive because she's still breastfeeding. Her hormones. She just had a baby.
Exactly.
You
It's
literally don't feel like yourself after you have a baby. You're so self-conscious. You just emotional in general, sensitive. I still 2 years later do not feel like I feel like myself. So I think as a
yeah.
mum, Giselle probably should have actually recognized that and
Yeah,
she was
and it's the
probably
timing of doing it, like, that's where I'm just like and I do think she was really sorry, like, when she could see actually, oh
yeah,
god, I've actually somebody that has whacked on the weight, let's face it, she's whacked
right.
on the weight since having kids, and a lot of women go through that.
Yeah.
It's gotta be so hard to then be on reality TV, jeez, like,
Absolutely.
it would be
Like
so tough, but you could see Giselle clicking on that and going,
yeah,
"Ah, okay, I
true.
didn't maybe account for the
Yeah.
real pain that I'm
Yeah.
causing here." But it's also good for her to know, look, maybe, like, post more realistic pictures, like, it's just it was really weird.
It
Yeah.
is really weird. It is really weird. But yeah, I'm interested to
Like,
see how yeah, go.
what
No,
would
go.
you do if a friend posted something that was so 'cause it's
That's a
it's a
good
fairly
point.
recent post, right? It wasn't like it was a post from 2 years ago. It's a fairly like, it's kinda weird.
I think depends how close the friend is. If it depends how close the friend is, like, if they look really out of like, not like themselves and they're a close friend, I would actually say
Like
something.
me, let's say me, I posted something,
Oh,
I
yeah.
look
Well,
like
I feel
yeah,
like
you would just say it, right? Same with your sister and stuff. So I think
oh,
it
yeah.
is good to tell people, "Hey,
Yeah.
like, maybe a few too ma" it's just like if somebody had too many fillers, like, you'd
Right.
be like, "Hey, like, you're naturally gorgeous. I think you need to, like,
You need to hold
break
up.
break
Yeah.
put on the
Like
brakes a little," you know?
yeah, if you love someone, that's what you do. However, this is where it's a bit off because Giselle doesn't have that relationship with Angel. Probably shouldn't have come from someone like Giselle. They don't have that history.
Agreed.
And not in a dinner for you know what I mean? Like they're at dinner, they're filmed like it was a bit mean girl, and I think Giselle was just being very messy and she overstepped, I think. So
Agreed, 100%. All right, well, we've covered that off and it's good because we've been able to talk about both Tia and Angel. I mean, they really were quite forefront. Um,
mhm.
Sorry, I'm just gonna sort something out on my computer, won't be a sec.
All right, we are back. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're back on with Potomac. Where did we leave him? We were talking about
We're just
Wendy.
chatting on Wendy and how it's interesting just, like, watching her knowing the downfall that's coming for her, like, she's just had a 34th fir 41st birthday,
Yeah.
which was great, how all the girls were hanging out and had fun, and we remember her 40th birthday from the year before where she celebrated, like, multiple
I know.
times, and now we just know that, wow, what a different birthday she's gonna have for her 42nd birthday, like, it's
I
just
know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not nice, is it? It's so sad
It's
knowing
really
that that's
sad
going to happen. Um,
because she's in such a happy place, right? So
yeah.
she's not she doesn't seem like she's always been a little bit of an elitist, right? That's fine. But she seems pretty happy and vibrant and like kind of bouncy.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah,
absolutely.
whereas
Yeah,
I know in, like, past seasons, she's been a bit darker, like, with the different conflicts with Giselle and stuff, it can get, like, kind of, like, a bit
nasty.
underhanded at different times and a bit low level, but she's not she's in this light-hearted mood, so it makes it, like, doubly sad. It's like, what are you oh, she had such a good life, you know?
I know, like, her husband's business booming, the family seems great, she seems like she was doing what she loves, but yeah. Oh, anyway, we'll have to see how it pans out, hey?
Yeah. Just on Wendy, because, we've always loved that Nigerian aspect, and I love now how we've got Tia, like, coming in with that Nigerian aspect
Yeah.
as well. And remember how Stacey, like, in an earlier episode was like, "I'm Nigerian too." It was so
And they just
Stacey,
went
oh my
quiet.
god.
She's so funny, isn't she? She's so
I kind
random.
of like her.
I'm loving her. I'm
You're
definitely
liking Stacey? Oh, that's really good to hear. She needs fans. I'm kind of a Stacey fan too. Like, she's just like with a bad breath, and she actually needs
oh
people
my
that are going to go, "No, you go, girl," you know?
I think this is her comeback season. I think this is her comeback season. I feel like because she was brand new last season, right? And she was
Yeah.
finding her feet. I think she had her training wheels on. But look, I don't know. I didn't love her last season at all, to be honest. But here, I feel like now she really owns who she is. She, they take the absolute Mickey out of her, but it's like water off a duck's back. She can handle it. She will
She has got resilience, baby. Like, if somebody told
Teflon.
me, "Oh, your breath stinks," and then was mean that next time, like, I actually thought how Tia had anyway, like, that was all quite nasty, I thought. So,
I thought so as well. It's
sh
a bit mean girl, like, to
it's
go
Mean
personal.
Girl.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
very personal, and it was like, okay, if they said it once, I'd maybe excuse it, but they kept going on with it, and I'm like, "That's so embarrassing." Like, that's
And
not
now with the robe, not giving her name on the robe and stuff like this they're definitely mean girls to her. And
I
it's like, what does she
know.
wait until Monique comes back because Monique is
Oh
coming
my
back
gosh,
as a
I
friend
did
of, and
see.
obviously she slept with Chris. This
Right.
is not gonna go down. Like, I feel for Stacey. I'm a fan. She is gonna be hit so hard.
I
It's gonna
know.
be a really yeah, and it seems like she can handle it. Like, she's just letting her she's Teflon coated, it
She's
seems.
Teflon. She's absolutely Teflon. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to
Yeah.
see how she handles all of that because 'cause they're bringing in some crazy. It's gonna be wild, but
I
mm, go
I
on.
just didn't know that tea. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Nish.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Just going back to the robe thing, the fact that Giselle did that, I thought was so mean. Like, I love Giselle, but when she does little things like that, it's just so unbelievably passive aggressive. To have that little card that didn't have the note. I mean, nothing's, I'm just like, it's nasty. Why do you have to do that? It's too mean. It's too mean.
Yeah, I agree. So it's interesting because it took so many people a long time to warm to Giselle for those type of behaviors, right? She can just be she has got that mean girl thing. But overall,
Mm.
I just love Giselle, always have from the beginning, but it's taken her a long time to win over the audience. And it's those type of behaviors where it's just like that's so unnecessary. You've got teenage girls yourself. Like, what are you
Right.
doing? Like, how are you
Absolutely.
displaying great behaviors? Okay, so somebody's lying in the group. Does that mean do you think you're making it an easy path for them to walk in truth now?
Right.
You know?
Exactly. And she always disappoints me when she goes this far because I'm like, how are you able to do that? Like, how do you sleep at night? But
She's such a sophisticated, beautiful woman with everything going for her. Like to be mean-spirited is just not cool. Like
I
it's
know
never a good look. What are you doing?
it's
Yeah.
unnecessary. And like, okay, fair enough.
Mm,
She could have written in the note, for example, she could have had the her name on the robe and in the note
yeah.
saying, you know what, we want to get to know the real you or something where you know what I mean? Something like that. If she wants
Like a
to
question mark on the robe, like we don't know. It could have been more playful, exactly,
yeah.
but no name, nothing, and no, like it's just yeah,
I know, and
brutal.
you know what? If it was anyone else, like I always say this, the way they treat Stacey, if it was anyone else, they would not react the way Stacey does. But kudos to Stacey that she can stay strong and just pull through.
Do you think
Sh
the TJ thing was bullshit? Like I'm trying to imagine what woman that's as good looking as she is would need that storyline. It's such a weird storyline to have. Like,
I know, it almost seems unbelievable for somebody to go to that lengths. To have
yeah,
someone in the like, I feel like I can believe, for example, in Miami that, they say Adriana brings in that boyfriend at the start, and that's kind of like a
clearly true.
right,
Yeah.
exactly, you can see, and you know what, whatever, it's 1 episode and then he disappears, but to bring somebody in for the entire season and to be, like you said, a storyline and to have some sort yeah, no,
And we're not having sex and just everything else that was it was just
it was
very
a whole
wackadoo.
thing.
So, okay, so I love Stacey because she is again, she's a mystery box. We can't really work her out. I don't know if the TJ thing is real or not, but I just don't know. I just know that like it's pointless being mean to her. Like that's not going to help. Like now the audience is backing her because it's like no, we don't like people being mean to like it's
Yeah.
the audience speaks. It reminds me of like yeah, like with Lisa going down and then now Heather being mean to Lisa a bit. Like it could end up sort of flipping around. I'm talking about Salt Lake City.
Yeah,
But yeah, we don't like it when people are nasty. Like the audience doesn't like it.
they
It's really
don't.
not
It's
looked upon
yeah,
as a
like
great trait.
absolutely, and I think it's one thing to keep people accountable because 'cause I'm all for that, like, let's be
Same.
truthful, let's be authentic, be yourself because that's what people gravitate to and like the most when you are your authentic self, right? The audience is
Yeah.
naturally going to appreciate that, you don't need to lie, and I do like when housewives raise things and make them be accountable if there is potential lying. But
Yeah.
to go to the extent of being nasty and mean, nah. There's a line and it shouldn't be crossed.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, anyway, look st but yeah, I'm absolutely loving
Stacey.
Stacey. I think she's hilarious.
Yeah, she is really funny. So I think with Monique coming as a friend of, I'm really looking forward and I'm just like sending out some good energy to you, Stacey, because I don't think it's going to be pretty. All right. Who's
Excellent.
next?
She can handle it. Who is next? Look, Ashley, I feel like doesn't have much going on this season. She's kind of just what is she doing? She's kind of dating here and there. She's just oh no, she's officially divorced.
Yeah.
But Ashley doesn't have much going on at the moment.
No, it doesn't feel like that. I didn't take many notes on Ashley. You can see Ashley's just being a pot stirrer this season, like for sure. And it's kind of, I really love the comment. I really love how Wendy held Ashley and just said, hang on a minute. What was her term for it? It was like, s Save-A-Ho. Oh, Ashley's doing a Save-A-Ho. That was see, Wendy's funny. She's in this really cool thing and then sort of nailing Giselle down to like go, "Actually, no, no, no. Let's keep it here. Let's find out exactly what's going on in your love life, Giselle." But Ashley trying to come in and sort of, fight Giselle's battles a bit. Interesting. And I also noticed with, Jessie as well. Jessie,
Jassy, yeah.
that she was it's the same. Like, you can see some girls will come in to defend Giselle. It's like, hang
Mm.
on. Like, it reminds me a little bit of LVP, where you've got that primary person and then you've just got these, like, little spokespersons that talk to them, and it's really interesting since, Giselle's bestie left, how Ashley has now come into that
Mm.
zone, and it's really easy to pick up those behaviors. I love that when Wendy called it out and we got to see,
I
um
know. You make a
we
good
got to see
point.
a bit of her life. Yeah.
Right. Giselle is the queen bee, isn't she?
Oh, 100%. She's definitely the queen bee. And, you could see Karen fight for that for so long, and it was just so funny. Even the way she handled that was hilarious. I loved that. But yeah, I've sort of made some notes here, I think, about Giselle and her boundaries,
Yep.
just because,
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
yeah,
Giselle, I learnt a lot about Giselle in Love Hotel, actually. She is definitely one to have some boundaries when it comes to her private life, and her relationships. She doesn't want everyone knowing her business, which I totally respect. And she
yeah,
doesn't open up much, I noticed in the Love Hotel. Like, she wasn't as open to all of the relationships as some of the other women were. I think she takes a little bit of time to really let someone in, which that's her, and I respect that. So it
yeah.
is interesting. I think now it's sort of showing here she doesn't like to show what's going on in her life, and the girls have a right, not a right, but, like, they make a really good point, like, "Hold on a minute, you're poking and prodding in our relationships, what is actually happening with you?"
Yeah, that's exactly right. And so it's fine because you can just say, "Yeah, I'm dating," but
Yeah,
she was even being cagey about that. It's just like, "Yeah, I'm dating." That's great. But I love the question that Wendy put
yeah,
forward, which is, "Has he met the girls?" Which is a really cool way of just getting straight to where that relationship's at without Giselle sort of talking about it. I just think with so many failed ones behind her, she's probably just being very protective now. I just like, oh,
yeah,
I just don't need it out there
yeah,
in the zeitgeist again.
yeah.
I was even noticing when they were celebrating Wendy's birthday and it was cake, and then she was like, "Okay, guys, time to go." She wanted to, rest time or whatever. And just again, her boundaries. I think that's so cool when somebody's just like, "Okay, well, time to wrap it up here. Like, I've got other stuff to do or want rest time on my own time." And she's just very clear about what she needs, wants. The fact that she's renovated her whole house,
I
like
know.
she's such a cool woman. I really like Giselle, but yeah, just on boundaries, that was kind of what I'd noted there. It's consistent with friendships and with lovers and her private life, and she's obviously a super mum as well. So,
Absolutely. I did notice that
mm,
as well, and I love that about her. I think it's really cool, and it's nice to see that she's in a relationship where she's, seems to be, it's blossoming and she looks happy. I loved that Wendy questioned it, but she even got out the I thought it was such a good question, like, has the guy met any of the kids? And it's like, okay,
yeah,
yeah, that is the indicator,
yeah.
that she really likes this guy, which is so nice.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, let's go through. I think we've covered everybody off, We've really given the new girls a good sort of talk through, which is great.
Yeah, I
Yeah, that's
think
everybody, I
that's
think.
pretty much everyone.
I'm
So
still confused a little bit by Jessie is in the cast. I don't, I get that her marriage is coming up and I get that thing, but just noting I'm still kind of confused by where she fits in with the group. I don't know. Do you feel a bit the same way with Jessie?
yeah, I
Because it's
feel
her
like
second season. I'm confused by her.
yeah, so she was a friend of last season. I think she came on because she's got this bit of messy drama with her relationship, and there were rumors about her partner. And she's now come back. I feel like she's just come on to be messy, to be honest, and just to sort of ruffle feathers, especially with Kay, because Kay doesn't obviously get along with her.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I don't know where she sort of fits in and whether she fits in.
Yeah, yeah, she's feels like the odd one out to me, just in terms of her energy and frequency and how the other girls have got, like, pretty clear dynamics with your conflict, and it all seems kind of real. And she's like an add-on that doesn't seem to really sit properly with the group
Yeah,
at
I agree.
large. And then just I
Okay.
wanted to know that Karen is not going to be on this season. So, we
Mhm.
miss you, Karen, and we look forward to you coming back.
I know, we do miss the grand dame.
Mm. Yeah,
The
exactly.
grand dame. Well, I feel like that's a nice place to wrap. Potomac, season 10, wow.
I know. We've been watching this for 10 seasons. I mean, how many years is that? It can't be 10 years,
Is it? I
surely.
don't know. No, it doesn't maybe it
It
is
can't be.
actually. It could be. It could be.
That's so funny
That's
then. That's
wild.
gone like that,
That I
hasn't it?
know.
Like,
You know when you realize if you go back to season 1 and see how they look versus now, you go, "Oh, yeah, wow, it's been a long time."
wow, a
Uh,
decade.
a decade.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a good season. I'm enjoying it. So,
All right.
yeah. All right. That's
Love
it.
it.
We'll wrap it there. See you
Thanks,
later.
Nishi.
Thanks, Kenny.